It should be live now. It should be good on YouTube for sure. Apparently it wasn't working before. I don't know what was going on. But Instagram is giving me a hard time. Don't know what's going on there. Next streaming software to go live. Let me see. Alright. Yeah, YouTube should be good. Instagram, I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Welcome to the stream, guys. Today we are doing a live reaction of Blue Lock Chapter 300, titled Innocence. So obviously we're going to leave off where we saw Nagi before. Abi, welcome to the chat, bro. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining again. Sorry about Tuesday. Tuesday didn't work out as I had a wicked sore throat, stuffy nose kind of situation. Honestly, still like recovering, hacking up a lung here and there. But happy to be here Thursday. Can you believe I haven't read the chapter yet? I can't. But hey, here we are and I'm ready to go. Except for Instagram. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. But honestly, Corey's gonna have to forgive me because I don't know what's going on here. And you know what? I'm gonna give it an honest try. All right. I'm gonna give it an honest try one more time to get you Instagram going. But guys, can you believe that we're at the end of the Neo Egoist League? How the hell did we get here? Well, actually, how long did it last in real time? Did it last like 2 years? Honestly, I can't believe it. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Instagram, guys. So, looks like it's just going to be YouTube and Twitch today. So follow us there. Alright. But yeah, guys, let's get right into it with chapter 300 of Blue Lock, titled Innocent. Alright, going into our first page. Here we're seeing, Nagi saying, "Hey Rio, and then you're seeing a flashback of them riding on a bike together. Oh, damn. Yo, I remember, well, I mean, I don't remember riding it like that as a kid, but I don't know if you guys used to have like pegs on your bike where you used to just stand on the back of your friend's bike, right? And nowadays, kids are riding electric city bikes, and they're riding in the basket in the front seat with their legs just like plopped up in front. They look ridiculous, and it's so incredibly dangerous. I mean, I would have 100% done it as a kid too, but hey, whatever. But yeah, this is yaoi as fuck in this opening page with Nagi and Rio just looking at each other's eyes. I really wonder what, I mean, I haven't seen any spoilers other than the fact that apparently this is like a really heartfelt goodbye. So let's see if Nagi's got that Shakespearean vocabulary. Let's see if he's gonna get Rio's heart thumping a little bit. Don't regret any of it. It's like Ego said, I think I was satisfied. As Rio looks over, sniffing. Beating Isagi and playing soccer with you forever really would have been enough. But that dream was no good. My dream was too small for me to keep living in Blue Lock. It was childish. And then back then he does the classic, back of the neck rub. It's hilarious. It's Motion saying NEL was half of the manga. Yeah, that is crazy. Half of the manga. But you know what? Had a great time. Had a great time. It's probably going to take up like, I really don't even think like all of whenever season 3 does come out, it's hard to imagine that like season 3 is going to be enough to cover it. It's going to have to be 24 episodes. And then like respectively, we have to give each episode 5 to 7 we have to give each arc, each game of the Neo Egoist lead like 5 to 6 episodes, right? Especially PXG, that's gonna need like 10 episodes on its own. So I don't really know how that's gonna go. Obviously saying new bike POV unlocked. And Ria Sat, welcome to the chat, bro. Welcome. And it's Motion saying it's worth every chapter, 100% it was. Alright, so it looks like everyone's reacting to what Nagi is saying. Everyone's locked in, ready to see what this man has to say. If I hadn't relied on you when it's crazy. Why is this happening? They don't need to do all of this live. That's absolutely crazy. Oh my god. And like everyone's just watching too. Like honestly, at some point I feel like I would have just like, if I was just one of the side characters and I'm like seeing this like tearful goodbye, I would have just walked away. I would have just been like, you know what? I don't need to see this. I don't need to be here. But also, am I lying? Because I also love the tea. So I'd probably just be over here like, just like minding my own business, but at the same time lock the fuck in to see like what's going on. And I'd just be over here to people like, yo, are they together? Like, what's going on here? No, it's cool, but I'm just wondering. So yeah, no, honestly, I would probably be locked in. I just think that's so funny. Riasat's saying Nagi's filling up that application at McDonald's. Oh my god. I mean, nah, he could play. Listen, wait. I think I was gonna say he could take that 24 million yen offer, but hold on. I just gotta like let's look up the Japanese yen compared to like the US dollar, right? So this is 24,200. Okay, so 24 million yen. If I'm seeing this right, guys, and you can feel free. Oh no, there's one more zero, right? Okay, that's 100. Yeah, that's $168,000 salary. Listen, I would take that and play for Manshine City. What? Easy. Are you kidding me? That's a no-brainer. I would 100% do that. Would you guys do that? Now, the 3 million yen that Igaguri was getting, right? That's $21,000. $21,000. No, that's not enough to do anything. I would rather work at a restaurant or bar or whatever. The tips would be ridiculous, and like 3 million yen, no. But Nagi can do a little something. All right, going back to the next page. You managed to get strong, but I couldn't find a new dream, and I'm sorry. Sorry I passed to you. Sorry I couldn't shoot on my own. Oh my god, this is so sad. This is so sad, and everyone's watching. I broke our promise. That's enough. Nagi, you did nothing wrong. Don't apologize, my baby. Oh my god. And Rio just puts the hand on the shoulder, just trying to get close to my man. Oh man, I wonder if like this heartfelt goodbye is going to be enough to like, for Ego. No, honestly, Ego don't give a shit. I was gonna say, is it gonna be enough for Ego to like change his mind and to keep Nagi? But I don't think that man cares at all. He wants this man out of here. So sad. And Nagi's just looking at him like, honestly, like, why is he looking at him like that? There's like no emotion in his eyes. This man's not even crying, actually. Hold on. Back up a second. Nagi's not even crying. He's just like down in the dumps. Like he just failed like the boss level in a video game. Like, this is real life, bro. This is your life. You don't even like soccer, but you still went along with my dreams. I'm sorry I forced you and made you try hard. You don't need to try anymore. What does that say? You don't need to apologize. You don't need to apologize. Rio, I was happy. As he's like, he moves his hand away. He's like, don't touch me. I was happy, but don't touch me, bro. You're forceful and selfish and nervous, but being with you showed me so many new sides of myself. Hey, Ego's still watching and paying attention. I think Ego wants them to get together. He doesn't want Nagi here, but he wants Nagi on the sidelines rooting for Rio. That's what it is. But yeah, I do think it's hilarious how Nagi like moved his hand away from him. Listen, some people just don't like to be touched. I don't like to be touched. Don't get away from me. So yeah, I relate to that. But I mean, honestly, Rio, like, I understand, like, yeah, you asked him to play soccer and everything, but, like, what else was this man doing? He wasn't really doing anything, so, like, you don't need to feel bad, man. Nagi's continuing on saying, I got fired up about soccer. I found I could feel frustrated and uncool. I said lots of mean things to you and learned how amazing it feels to win. And I started to miss you when you weren't around. Nani? Look at Rio's eyes are glazed. This man's, oh God, Nagi's doing a little like push and pull. He like pushes not Rio away a little bit and then pulls him in with some words. Kind of like gives him some hope. Then he does shit like, don't touch me, bro. He's like not crying. He's still like not showing any emotion. But like, how can you not be reeled in when he's like, I started to miss you when you weren't around. Nagi's playing games. He might not know it, but Nagi's a fuckboy. It is what it is, guys. Rio, life was just a pain for me and you gave me light. Everything that's happened since I met you. Okay, alright, hold on. He did take Rio's hand away from him, but he's also like still holding on to it. I wonder if he's gonna like just start caressing his hand like, Rio, my darling. I love this. I love this. It's Moshe saying he's super depressed. I feel like I understand what Nagi's feeling right now. Yeah, I mean, Nagi's probably just like disassociating right now. He just can't believe what's going on right now. He's doing his best with this monologue. Everything that's happened since I met you has been the treasure of my life. Oh, God. Nagi. Rio's definitely, like, I don't even need to, like, scroll down. I know Rio's already bawling his eyes out again. I can't believe, guys, again, this is live. All of Blue Lock is watching this, and I just, like, pray to the gods, old and new, that this isn't being live streamed to the entire world. Because Nagi, since he's not in Blue Lock, if he goes back to school, he's gonna get roasted. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing wrong with what's going on here. But you know, high school kids. Come on. Come on, guys. You know high school kids. We've all been there. They're ruthless. Ruthless. Most of the world's gonna cheer for them, right? But when you're a kid, you don't think about most of the world. You think about the people that are like right in front of you, the people that you go to like school with, the people who live in the same town as you, right? I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but and this is if it's being live streamed to the entire world. Hopefully, someone had the wherewithal to just broadcast it to all of Blue Lock. But honestly, that person must have gone on break because they should have cut the stream a long time ago. But yeah, that's really sweet of Nagi to say to. I'm sure that if we'd gone our own ways. Oh shoot. Okay. Are we good with the stream? For a second, it just like disconnected, guys. It's scaring me right now. I don't know. Something was going on with OBS. Oof. All right. Hopefully it doesn't continue. I'm sure that if we'd gone our own ways, we would have ended up stronger. We even might have become the world's best, but this is the end of us being the world's best together, huh? As Rio is still just bawling his eyes out. Oh God, you hate to see it. Jesus. Hold on. It's Moshe saying, even Isagi's school friend after the U20, he was still trying to say some dumb things, undermining Isagi's work, even though he won. 100%. And I'm hoping that after the Neo Egoist League, I've said it before, I'm hoping that everyone gets to like go back to their hometowns. I hope Isagi runs into this punk again, and he's like, yo, what up now? You think I'm a lucky player now? And I just hope he just puffs out his chest, and I hope that guy gets down on his hands and knees and apologizes for the disrespect he put on my man after the U20 match. You punk bitch. That really, like, oh God, I know for a lot of the readers, that must have, like, just like Isagi, it really grinded my gears. I was so mad. And then now to see the performance that Isagi did in the NEL, that man must be eating his words. Like, God, loser. That it's Mo, you triggered me there for a second, man. I forgot about that. All right, so back to this. Nagi's over here just ready to give up on his dreams, which is like kind of sad if I'm being honest, because I feel like even though like Nagi lost here, he could still, like, you never know what could happen, man. Like, you could still win the World Cup. Like, you could still continue to progress in soccer outside of Blue Lock, like if you really wanted to, and like play with Rio again in the future. Like, you don't need to like completely stop and give up on your dream. This is just like a stumble along the way, man. Abby's saying the guys, Isagi's friend is there waiting for an autograph, 100%, because he's a bitch. That's why. All right, back to the chapter. Oh, and he does the hands on the head. He's sunning him. Goodbye, Rio. That's it. And look at him. Man is dead. I locked in on going out that loser's gate. I hope that's not the last page, guys. Jesus Christ, if this whole chapter was just them saying goodbye, I'm going to be upset. I need a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. This is chapter 300. We didn't get a color spread, right? And if this is just going to be like a tearful goodbye between the two, I'm going to be upset. But hopefully 301 will have a color spread, but this is just me having hope. I feel like we haven't had a color spread in like so long, but whatever. So, all right, Nagi puts his hand on Ryo's head and says goodbye. Oh, thank God. Become the world's best on your own. And then Ryo just breaks down in tears. Oh, man. And then you see everyone's reactions. And there's Nagi. And then there's Asagi going, Nagi! As he's screaming. Oh, man, and it blacks out. Yo, imagine, guys. I'm gonna pause for a second, right? Imagine Asagi says some shit right now, some motivational, inspirational speech, and it gets Nagi's fire going again. Can you imagine the fury in Ryo's eyes? I would love that. I would love that. He just says some shit, and Nagi just turns around and he says, "Yes, boss. Ego, let me back in." Ryo would lose his shit. Ryo would lose his mind. Like, no, I'm losing my man again to Isagi, son of a bitch. Honestly, listen, it could be Isagi and Nagi. We don't know. Isagi could be gay too. A little love triangle action there going on. Ryo, Nagi, Isagi. I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. I'm messy, guys. I know. All right. So Isagi screams out at the top of his lungs, Nagi! As everyone's looking gloomy down. Why is Igagurashi, whatever this guy's name is, get him out of here. You're not part of the U-23, bro. Get the fuck out of here, all right? That's what Ego said. And Isagi just repeats his name again as he's huffing and puffing. Nagi! Oh, man. And look, everyone's going out the loser's door. Oh, man. That's actually a little sad. Don't stop playing soccer! Oh, see? I told you. I mean, I told you in the way that, like, Nagi doesn't need to just stop playing soccer, bro. Like, you can still do something. And then Blue Lock Phase 2, Neo Egoist League complete. Oh, wait. There is a fire in his eye. Is that a fire? I think there's a fire in his eye. There's a little something there. There's a little glimmer of something. Yup, its motions caught it. There's a little fire in there. Boom. Boom. Isagi said a little something, and then you're seeing everybody else walk out the door. Ooh, Tokimitsu is upset. Look at Igagurashi. He's crying. And then the three guys from the Japan's original U-20 team, they're upset. It's sad. It's sad, but hopefully this is the last time we see Tokimitsu and Igagurashi, whatever that guy's name is. I can never get it right. Yeah, man, sucks to suck, guys. But then the next phase, the U-20 World Cup, as the doors slam behind. Losers! Yo, did they really? Like, who painted that on the door? And thought that was a good idea. Can you just imagine, like, them, like, planning this out? Like, okay, guys, after the NEL is over, and we see the ones who didn't make it, we're gonna make them go out a door. But the door, we're gonna spray paint Losers Gate to really seal that traumatization that we're gonna give to them. Jesus, that's just so unnecessary. And then, that's the last page, the whole thing. All right. At least we got confirmation of what the next arc is on here, right? Let me just switch to the stream with the chat. All right, guys. So Blue Lock Chapter 300. How do I feel about it? I say that I would probably give this chapter... I'm like juggling between a 7 or 8 out of 10 because honestly, like a majority of the chapter, it's just like Nagi and Ryo just like talking to each other, confessing each other's feelings, right? Which is like fine. Honestly, I wish it was just 3 pages. Like all of that, like I feel like there were just so many like panels of them just like looking at each other with 1 or 2 word bubbles, and it's like everything that happened. You guys could have put this. You could have put this in like 3 pages, and like the rest of the. I would have rather seen more reactions from some of the other players than just like really just focusing in on Nagi and Ryo. Like, couldn't we save this for like most of this for Nagi's spin-off manga? That's just me. But I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Honestly, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. I love Nagi and Rio, but I mean, this is all stuff that like we've like seen before, and Nagi said a couple of really sweet things to him, like playing with Rio has been the treasure of his life, and how he like learned more sides of himself. I thought that was really sweet. But yeah, it's not enough for me to give anything more than a 7. The best part of this chapter, in my opinion, was the confirmation of what the next arc is going to be, and that is the U20 World Cup. Because I know some people were saying they might be the Champions League, and I don't know that much about soccer, and I don't know if like the Champions League is the same thing as the U20 World Cup. So I really couldn't say. But yeah, I like the chapter overall. I had a really good time. But again, I had different expectations for it being chapter 300. You know, I thought for chapter 300 we would have gotten a color spread. We would have gotten, I don't know, a little bit more action. But honestly, like it's all right, because chapter 301 could have it. Because you know what would be cool? I really like seeing them in their outside clothes. And now that the NEL is over, again, I know we're going to get some downtime right now, so hopefully the color spread is like them in their outside clothes or something. Or it would be dope if it was like the 23 players that made it to the U20 team, like a lineup of them and what that team looks like. That would be cool. I'd be happy with that too. I just like, I don't know. I love Blue Lock, and I really just want like a really cool color spread so I can put it as the wallpaper of my computer. That's what I used to do all the time with like the big three and any popular manga back in the day. But now I just have sunsets painting the back of my wallpaper. But yeah, Abi saying, I think we'll see the Champions League with Nagi and episode Nagi. And It's Motion saying 9 out of 10 because I thought it was a good ending for the arc and liked seeing Asagi get some motivation. And I like seeing Nagi expressing his feelings. And, oh, my OBS disconnected again. What's going on? Oh, guys. The stream cut out again. So sorry about that. And then, so yeah, Nagi learned his direct shot in his match with Nagi. Then they played in the second selection together, and they lost together. And then they came back up. Then they played in the U20 match together. They went out and did karaoke together. Like they've had a lot of really strong memories together. And I mean, Asagi was one of the first people that Nagi said boss, called him boss. Also, if I'm looking back at the panel where Asagi is saying don't stop playing soccer, I think he's tearing up a little bit. He's definitely upset that Nagi is leaving, and it's really sweet to see, you know, because that's homeboy. But again, guys, I don't know how exactly Nagi is going to come back. I just don't. It's hard for me to see a world where a lot of these players like play on the same team together, especially like Asagi and Rin, you know. But I guess like they could be rivals on the same team, just like trying to outscore each other when it comes to goals. Because at the end of the day, Rin and Asagi play so well together. So yeah, I'd love to see it happen. But yeah, I'm really excited for what happens next in this downtime between the NEL and the World Cup. I really want to see whether or not Saitoshi is going to be joining the U20 team, because now he's like, oh, I'm seeing the progression between Rin and Asagi. My boy Shido is going to be there. So yeah, I think I want to play for Japan. I think we have a chance. I mean, I don't think he's going to be that optimistic about it, but I'm excited to see how that goes. And yeah, I really would like for Asagi to run to his childhood friend again to be like, yo, what's up, bro? You got something to say? What happened? You see my salary? 240 million yen? Punk? Yeah, I'm happy for them. This was a great arc. The Neo Egoist League was great start to finish. I had so much fun. I don't know about you guys, but I've reread the Neo Egoist League like 2 times. So I've read it once and then reread it 2 times. Yeah, so I've read it like a total of 3 times. I love it a lot. My favorite match of the NEL, if I'm just going to sprinkle it in there, was probably... Honestly, it was probably this one. It was probably the PXG versus Bastard Munchin arc, because we got to see Asagi's two-gun volley, which was such a fire goal for him to do against Rin and Kaiser, both marking him. And then just like the Kaiser and Asagi team up was diabolical. I loved seeing it. So I think it's going to be everyone's favorite. Most people. I think it's going to be most people's favorite. If I had to pick a different one besides that one, it probably would have been the Ubers match. The Bastard versus the Ubers. I think that was definitely probably my other favorite, just because I love Baro's character a lot, and IQ, and a lot of the other players that are in Italy's Ubers. I like them a lot. But yeah, definitely a great arc. Definitely a good chapter. A very tearful goodbye. I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter, chapter 301. I don't think we have a break next week, so guys, definitely it's going to be Tuesday, because, you know, your boy is getting over his sickness. So this is, again, why we had to do it on Thursday. So thank you very much for your patience, guys. Thank you for everyone who stopped by. Thank you, It's Motions, for joining me on another Blue Lock live stream. Abi, you as well. Speaking of which, Abi's saying, I'ma miss Baro and Nagi bickering for sure. But we do still have that Baro Asagi bickering. Well, Baro just bickers with everybody. But I love that his, like, the people who are with him in the Ubers, like, they understand him, you know? Like, when Baro was, like, dyeing his hair, they're like, oh, yeah, Baro dyed his hair because he was going to play with Asagi tomorrow. Like, they love Baro. Like, he is their king, right? I think it's great. It's Motion saying, my assumption is time skip World Cup. Someone saw he was putting in work and gave him an offer. Okay. Or PIFA, press, pulls some strings. I've reread it a handful of times. It's so good. PXG was good. Loved what they did with Kaiser. Asagi got the best development and had some of my favorite goals, and loved the dynamics. We even got Igaguri to play. Yeah, that's true. They even got Igaguri to play for the first time in the NEL. And then Abi is saying break. Abi, are you trying to say there's a break next week, my guy? Are you for real? Where does it say break? Hold on. I gotta confirm this right now. Blue Lock Chapter 301. Is there going to be a break? No. Wednesday, May 7th? Stop. When is that? Oh my God, oh my God, they are going on break. No! Okay, all right, well, see, okay, all right, now I'm definitely giving this chapter a 7 out of 10. How are you gonna give us this and then go on a 2-week break? Come on, I needed a little bit more to chew on before you go on a 2-week break. The last time we got a 2-week break was when we got the salaries, right? And I was totally fine with that because there was a lot to, like, mull over and talk about and like theorize. Like here, oh, sorry. That just hurt me. Okay, all right. And May 7th too. Like May 7th is a Wednesday, so I guess we're gonna get it on Wednesday. All right, cool guys. I guess I'll see you next 2 weeks, Wednesday, May 7th. For Blue Lock Chapter 301. Since there's going to be a 2-week break, I really do want to just do an overall discussion of talking about the NEL match by match. I think for this, I'm going to maybe invite 1 or 2 people over for a live stream so we can just talk about the NEL. It's 2 weeks. I think we'll definitely have time for something like that. But yeah, thank you guys again for everybody who stopped by and joined the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you, It's Motions, Abi, Riasat, all you guys for joining me again. Again, sorry I was late doing this on Thursday. But yes, to anybody else who is joining, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this chapter. And guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you.